Check 1 2. Hello. How's it going? Whoop. Let me fix my thing. We're kind of scrambling today because my landlord showed up with no warning. Do some roof inspection for insurance after that snowstorm. That works. To fix that stupid overhead. How's everybody's Saturday going? Hopefully less chaotic than mine. Is it good? What's the Burge review? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go for a couple hours. Sorry about the delay, like I said, but shit happens. It's dece. It's not amazing. It's just dece. Oh yeah, I got good knobs here. That one's pretty good. I've got better knobs here in the shack. The absolute best one is here on my my old school 2-meter rig. This thing. Oh, it's so good. This is kind of more of a late 90s, 2000s one. But that 1984 rig, holy crap, they spared no expense, for sure. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Have like a force feedback thing and let y'all turn the knobs in real time. Remote knob feel. I'm finishing that one. We'll crack a fresh one in a few because, dear God, I need it today. Crazy shit. Knob feel is a factor of first of all, it's like how accurate it is. So like how many steps per revolution. And then just like how good the bearings are in it. The radio you're looking at, and actually all these radios have adjustable drag on the knobs. So you can flip them upside down and there's a little set screw you can turn and it'll make them a little bit stiffer or looser. So that's pretty important too. There's a couple of new radios that have like a little tiny solenoid set up in the tuning knob. So you can turn clicks on or off and they're fucking amazing. It's so cool. Those are so good. But that's kind of a high-end rig thing, but that's definitely a thing now too. So, figure today I'm gonna just do a little bit of I'm still waiting on my cable lacing rope, my special copper line. Yeah, literally software-defined knob feel. And I guess if you wanted, you could have like some sort of little stepper motor that's pulling on a spring or something like that to do adjustable drag too. That'd be a fun project. Just like make a little external box with a tuning knob, because you can tune all these radios with just like serial commands. We could buy a really nice rotary encoder and figure out how to do like digitally controlled drag. That would be pretty badass. What would be really awesome is if so what if you had like a knob that was also looking at the signal strength on the radio, and you'd get a little bit more drag when you passed by a station that was transmitting, so it'd kind of stop. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Man, we're just thinking up ideas like crazy today. Yeah. So that would be like force feedback in a radio context. Like have it like basically like you could just spin the knob and then stop. Like at the extreme, just have it stop whenever you found a signal. Oh, how dope would that be? All right, summer project. Oh, hell yeah. Let's switch views here. I'm gonna do a little HF digital goofing today because the bands seem relatively decent. Yeah, exactly. I actually built that when I was a kid in a much more analog and kind of shitty sense. So I had the stereo receiver. It was an old JVC, and it had a great, very smooth knob. And I built this stupid little gadget that would basically run a rubber band around the tuning knob. And I used a tape deck motor, and I figured out how to wire up a switch to make it just go up or down. And then I realized I figured out how to make it stop spinning when the stereo light came on the receiver. So then I had the circuit where I could just hold down and it would seek down to the next FM station or seek up. It was really cool and it actually worked really well. But yeah, dumb tricks when you're like 12 and can't go do anything and you just have a bunch of electronics and shit in your room. That was pretty awesome. So let's see. I'm going to bring up a radio feed here. Let's listen to some Deedles and Beep Boops. See if we can talk to somebody. The band seemed pretty good shape. I got a few people that I've been kind of spotting here. We'll start out here and maybe do a little slow scan in a bit. This guy's blasting in there. Hey Roosevelt, good to see ya. Let's see what we got here. Tune up. Looks good. See if we can find anybody to chit chat with. Grabbing that peeber. Wait for this to finish and then I'll crack for the maximum sound. Oh yeah. Should have grabbed a slice of pizza. I made pizza last night. Got tons of leftovers. Gonna eat on it all weekend long. Cut that dude out. He's blasting in, but he's talking to somebody else, so. How fun would it be to have like a Twitch plugin where we can make some of those knobs, like make a knob, or have y'all do a little DIY project, and then you could just like put it on your local network, and then you could control the Mattyz radio on air, spin the dial, like remotely. That would be really cool. Twitch plays ham radio, quite literally. Yeah. If you notice me looking down and left, I'm stuck on call right now. Hopefully nothing explodes. Everything is chill right now, but gotta keep eyes on it. Sucks. Giraffe. I'm trying to find some digital beep boops to chat with. Oh yeah, we are. The classic PBRs. He's named Giraffe because he's always got that long neck. Let's see who this is. Let's talk to W6ULW, see what he's up to today. Yeah, dude, hit it up. Springtime. Get it on. Did we get him? Yeah, we got him. Sweet ass. Hi, Grace. Lockwood, California. Very nice. I need to fix that listing. They all look me up on QRZ, the big website. Glad I got the name on the first response, because I used to have a bad habit of calling people OM or old man on the air until one time I did it, and it turns out that it was a woman on the other end. So I'm very careful about that now. According to the sun, I don't know, it's still day drinking. That time change. It's taken me like a month to get used to it. It's weird out there. I don't know. Oh, fading out a little bit. Yeah, that's the waterfall. That's what we see. It's just like frequency domain from 0 to about 3,000 hertz, and then time domain as it scrolls down. Yeah, waterfall's good stuff. Oh shit, it's the thumbs. What's up, buddy? Yeah, we're switching those phases. Back and forth. Yeah, California rain. You'll need it though. Oh. This may be a disastrous session. We'll see how busy it is. Multitasking. Logging into Salesforce live. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna move a couple 100 Hz away. It's okay, though. Yeah, I'm still pulling dents out of the beamer. Fading out a little bit. Might flip over to slow scan because that gives me a good minute or so. It's not Matthew. Don't do Matthew. Arrgh. And say goodbye. Oh, I needed that. Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I noticed that too. Lol? Oh, yeah. I guess that's what it is. It's HTML blocking. Ooh. Hi there, loud signal. Let's shout back at them. Yeah, they just do a blind Oh man. You bringing Pearl up in here? That's scary. Oh, fading out. Ontario, not a bad shot. Are you guys just trying to hack on-screen chat now? The chat where there's no clickable links. I appreciate that. A little nerd chit chat, figure out what they're using. Yeah, he's doing a good job from all the way up there. Thought about buying one of those Hustler Verticals. They're nice because they can just cover a bunch of hand bands with no bullshit. You don't need a tuner or anything. Yeah, we had a coronal mass ejection yesterday. Basically, the sun shit out a big pile of matter, and when those pass past Earth, basically, bad times. Bad times for radio. Basically, screws up the ionosphere and makes it not very reflective. Auto-tune sometimes goes nuts. Awesome. Landing a couple of contacts, a little bit of chit-chat. Sorry I'm distracted here. I've got to shut a bad customer down. They went from nothing to like a couple gigs per second of traffic. Probably not legit. Oh, this tool. I have to type the phrase, I really want to do this. Amazing. Alright. While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the digital data, and we're going to go over to Slow Scan TV. Yeah. Yeah, you guys know this. Let's pop up and have some fun. Let's just let it listen for a couple minutes, see if anybody's sending pictures right now. And if not, we'll start shitting them out. Somebody's trying to talk. Great. That's always wonderful. Stay off at 230. All we want is 3 kilohertz of a 350 kilohertz band to squirt out our little photos. People still just land here. It's so annoying. I used to know all the Pearl special operators, the UFO and the orcish maneuver and all that. Yeah. Ugh. Alright, tell you what, so that I can go ahead and just shut these idiots down, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I apologize. Work beckons and nobody would cover the shift, so give me 5 minutes. I'm going to be right back. Until then, enjoy the dulcet tones of also me, but writing music instead of transmitting static. So, y'all hang tight with me. I'll be back in 5. That's okay. Hot mic, no big deal. At least I didn't start cussing or anything like that. Alright, let's get back to the party. I got those fucker shit canned. Bye, idiots. No, you can't use us for a free CDN for your soccer streaming. So, we're not going to interview with that guy because I can tell he's in South America. And I'm going to send some pictures. I'm going to see if anybody's out there. Let's do a quick tune. Good deal. Oh yeah, I'm glugging it up today. Let's send beautiful pictures. That might help too. I totally got my shit together today, right? Yeah, Brazil, Spain, and those are the two big hitters right now. They like to spin up a free service with us because you can do $50 of traffic for free with us, and it's like 1.6 cents a gig or something like that. So they can get quite a bit of traffic through us by doing like pirate, like football streams and stuff like that. We've had some cricket streams that they try to get salty with, and so we have to keep an eye out. And then our knock basically calls out and says, "Are these guys legit?" So I just have to look up and be like, "Yeah, they don't really have any actual revenue on with us. They're not a real customer, not for the type of traffic that they're pushing." So I'll shut them down. Let's see if anybody wants to send some photos. There's somebody. Oh yeah. Might want to actually listen, huh? Yeah, we got somebody up in there. Who is this? KK4WJP? Okay. Yeah, I've wanted to get into cricket a little bit. I think it's pretty cool. It seems chill. Seems like a good excuse to just, like, hang out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Ray. I've talked to him before. Yeah, it's like baseball, but with even sillier rules, and it moves even slower. Speaking of which, Rip Ichiro. Such a good player, such a classy dude. Dallas, North Carolina. Oh, I know where that is. So he was using Scotty 1 there. Oh wow, that's pretty weird. Let's do Colfax in the 70s. The antennas here, on the 20-meter band this afternoon, I can hit most of the US. I actually have like a donut hole around me. I'm not going to be able to work anybody within probably about 300 to 500 miles. So it's got to bounce up and hit the ionosphere and then come back down in order to get a good contact here. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, there's a big hole here. Different bands have different size donut holes. So if I went down to the to the 40-meter band, which is half the frequency, that stuff will bounce a little bit closer, but the potential to go farther is a little bit reduced too. So yeah, you pick the band that you're on depending on what time of day it is, who you want to talk to, so on and so forth. And they're all different sizes too, of course. Like the one I'm on right now, actually I'm on the big 135-foot wire right now. It's horizontal, but I've got like a 17-foot vertical and a 30-foot vertical. A bunch of poles sticking up off my chain link fence in the back. Landlord didn't say anything when I came by, so I guess I'm still in the clear. I know there's some cricket fans at work. Maybe I'll hit them up and see what a good way. Yeah, sure. I can get worldwide. The farthest I've ever talked now, it was with a digital mode. Voice is really inefficient. Slow scan TV is also a little inefficient. But like I've used digital chat modes to talk to like Antarctica, all over Europe. I've talked to Russia, Japan, not a problem. You just have to wait for the right time of day. And also, there's a little bit of luck involved. But yeah, it's feasible. If I had like a tower and a 1500-watt amp and stuff like that, I can do it any day of the year pretty much. Just like, you know, turn on the shit and go. So it varies. It's very much a kind of be by the radio at the right time of day type thing. And oh wow, this one's super vibey. Can barely make them out. It's enough for a contact though. I'll count this as a contact. We'll send a nice goodbye photo though, because it is kind of hard to grab him, especially with that dude hollering in the background. Sure. Sneeze mute. Very good, very good. We actually had to move traffic around because of that one shitty customer. Oof. That's why we have like 4 or 5 different links between every location. We can kind of shit can traffic and put it through a slow pipe on purpose. My picture of the motherland calls doesn't really mesh well with this, but it's okay. You can still see it's a freaking huge statue. It's like 50% larger than the Statue of Liberty or something like that. Wouldn't mind going to see it sometime. Hey Butcher, how's it going, buddy? It's a chill day. I'm on call, so I've got work distractions, but we're still hanging out. Oh wow. I think you mentioned that before. Vinyl cutters are cool. Hell yeah. Was that the one that was like resetting every now and then because the serial port was freaking out, if I recall? Mastercut XY 300. Gotcha, yeah, I remember that. Well, cool, I'm glad you got that fixed up. Got a little bit of see you later. See you tomorrow. That works. Maybe easier to see on my screen than on the stream, but it's just barely in there with the text. And that's why you use the big ugly fonts. It's because they'll kind of cut through white noise a little bit. That's pretty weird. I like this picture. Even though he's coming in very weakly. Yeah, that definitely sounds like unintended behavior. Oh, that's cool. Not too bad, not too bad. We've done a couple chats, a couple of pictures so far. Ooh, who's this? Still him, I think. Oops. There we go, they're coming a little bit better now. I had my filters all set up weird. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can send different Morse code stuff here. I've got some macros set up. 7.3 just means bye, see you later. WF3? Is that a 3? This is WF3B, but I could be wrong. WF3F. I remember it now. Oh, cool. Right on. Yeah, I'll let you know when I got some stuff on there. Good call. Let's talk to WF3F. Garden of the Gods. That looks nice. What was that? Scotty 2. Gotta get the right mode, right? Like the stuff switches back and forth, but you generally want to send pictures in the same ones, or the same format that you're receiving them in. Snappy, got a good beat. I can dance to it. I give it a 6. I should put out a slow scan track. I bet I could hack things to where it would be in time and you could still listen to it and decode it. That'd be fun. Did we get him back? There's that dude talking from Brazil. Papa Yankee 2 is Brazil. There we go, got something. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a big playback screen. Very nice. So that's what he saw when he came back. But it's multiplied by the fading when he sends it back to me. It's still not too bad. I'm down. Sending those pictures. It's good stuff. Crank out just a little bit more power. Looks like this is about 110 watts going out the antenna right now. Which is scary. It just turns 110 watts of RF into nothing. Magic waves, but wild stuff. We have a shitpost channel in work Slack. It's called Wreck Pets Cats. Somebody posted the post with Elon Musk, but with Elizabeth Holmes's eyes. And somebody replied, "We're leaving the bone zone." Scary. Let's find a nice goodbye pick. Send the Botanic Gardens one. What's he sending here? What's going on? What you got going on? Oh, God, is that Florida? I think it is. Oh, yeah. That's the cursed state. Cursed. Hope you're doing okay down in Florida, dude. I actually read an interesting article, or just a couple of good takes, that the reason that you see so much Florida man stuff is because they have massively defunded any sort of social services, mental health services, stuff like that. So that's why you hear about crazy fuckers doing dumb shit out of Florida all the time, is because they're not taking care of the people that have, you know, issues and challenges and problems. Makes it a lot less fun to just make fun of Florida. I don't know. Not to wax political, but read that the other day, so every time I see Florida, I'm kind of thinking about it right now. Yeah, come on, dude. You bugged me to shut that customer down. Did it fix the problem? Ugh. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, got another contact in the book. There's a couple dudes just hanging out still. The band is not dead yet. The Sunshine Law. Oh my god. That sounds like that's an even worse name, because I know that it's nefarious and shitty and terrible. And then they call it something called the Sunshine Law to make it seem all friendly and not horrible and fascist and all that sorts of shit. Terrible. Isn't that the state that has Baker Act too? See if anybody else is out there. Keep bashing them out. I'm gonna be probably putting up a new antenna for this band sometime in the next week. I can find time. Dear God, I've got to take my laptop, my work laptop, into the Apple Store Monday, because that's the R key off of my 2017 MacBook Pro. I could also take off the F, J, K, C, N, and the command keys, if you so like. Yeah. These keyboards are fucking terrible. This is one of the worst laptops I've seen in the past 10 years. I don't know who the hell greenlit this? Like, ugh, so mad. The only thing that's cool about it, the only thing, is that because it has USB-Cs on both sides, the charging is kind of ambidextrous. That's sometimes slightly convenient, vastly outweighed by the horrible parts of this laptop. Yeah. I got a 2017 15-inch Retina for my work machine, and it's ghastly. It's just horrible. I hate it. Everybody else that has one also hates theirs. There are people that have literally asked IT to get their old 2015s back after they upgraded, because these things are just so bad. So, that's my 2 minutes hate on Apple. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but so bad. That touch bar is useless. I think we probably hit everybody that can hear us right now. That guy's still bashing out. People have probably tuned away from this because that guy will not move off of the frequency. Super annoying. Whatever. Let's switch antennas. See if I can get anybody else with the vertical antenna versus the horizontal. Do a quick tune. Nice. And let's send another one out with this antenna. slightly different downtown Denver. Actually, let's go Red Rocks. It's a nice busy day at Red Rocks. I can tell there's a little bit of RF bouncing around the shack here because when I grab my headphone cable, I hear a little bit of buzzing. It's an insulated wire, and so the only possible answer is that my body has like a half watt of RF in it right now, and I'm coupling it to my headphone cable whenever I grab it. Kind of scary, but this is all low frequency stuff. None of that RF gives you cancer shit or anything like that. That's not a real thing. Non-ionizing radiation really doesn't do anything to your body besides a little bit of heating. Let's see if anybody else grabbed us. Sometimes a vertical antenna will cut through and a horizontal one shits the bed, sometimes vice versa. So it's good to give it a shot with both orientations. Give it a minute or two here. I've been going through my radio backstock, my pile of rigs that I have out in the shed and in my closet, because I found 4 good radios that I like. I have absolutely no use for. So I'm gonna basically put on the block here. I've been researching some Twitch plugins meant to coordinate giveaways and stuff like that. So I think starting either next week or the one after, we're gonna see if we can do a follower giveaway, and I'm gonna actually cover shipping too. So if you're interested in all this stuff and you need a radio, I got some good old 80s and 90s rigs that I want to pass out because they're just getting old here, and I don't need them. I'm not gonna use them anytime soon. So I think we're gonna start the giveaways here pretty soon. So make sure to follow if you're interested in that. The one thing that I ask is that you at least be in the process of getting your ham license. You can just get the technician license. Anybody that's smart enough to get onto Twitch and navigate to this stream is smart enough to pass the technician test, or whatever base class test is in your country. And I will ship worldwide too. I have no problem with that. So, got my first check coming from Twitch for the subs and bits and stuff like that. So I figured I'd give back a little bit and distribute some radios to people in need. Oh, there's somebody. Not quite loud enough. Too far down on the noise to do a decode on this one. Lame. A lot of noise going on. It's probably the tail end of that mass ejection from the sun. It's causing problems. It just kind of raises the noise level of everything a little bit. Yeah, not much going on. keep slapping that mic. I gotta figure out a better, like, way to get my boom in here. Yeah, not sure who that is, so I'm gonna go ahead and call a quick break to dispose of some beer that I've already made use of. And then we're going to pop down to another band, the 40 meter band, because it works better around sunset. We're starting to come up on that. So maybe we'll get some different stations on there and see what we can see. So remember to cut my mic this time. There's the radio off. Everybody hang tight. I'll be back in just a few here on the Mattyzcast. All right, let's bring it back. Hour two, 2.5, 2.25, something like that. So, before we switch over and play more radio, I wanted to show a fun little project that I've been working on here. Let me get my screwdriver. So, if you recall, we've been working on a rotator controller to point things at satellites, and this is a very important part of it. So, inside this box is where I put the accelerometer and magnetometer board. So, this is just like a plastic junction box from Home Depot. You can see inside here, I actually got kind of a cute setup. So here's the accelerometer board. It's up here at the top, and it's got power and a couple of serial lines to it. One thing about these boards is that the serial bus that they use can only go about 20 or 30 feet tops. So I found this cool board. It's basically a differential, kind of a Ballon transformer type thing. And it allows me to send I2C serial data up to 100 meters. So you can use basically any Ethernet cable. It's just a Cat5 port. I managed to get it lined up in there quite nicely. Got some nice little standoffs going on, so everything's bolted down and stuff. So as this turns, it's going to change the bearing, and then as it tilts, it's going to change the elevation that it outputs. So got this wired up. I'm still working on the calibration. You have to like basically rotate it. If you've ever used like the iPhone compass or anything like that, it's the same concept. It's the same chip. And if you have ever used that compass app on the iPhone, you know that sometimes you need to recalibrate it by just basically turning your phone around in all directions. What's that doing is it's finding the minimum and maximum values of the magnetic field in your area, so it can find north. So yeah, this goes on top of there, and then I've got some holes here for a U-bolt. It's going to hold this onto the antenna mast, and then this will both spin and tilt with the antennas and tell me where they're really pointed at. So I was working on this afternoon, ran down to Home Depot. This hole I actually need to cover up. They don't make these junction boxes with just one hole, because if you're connecting, like, it doesn't make sense, right? You're not going to, like, in most applications, this is to connect two different, like, conduit runs or something like that. So I've got to basically make an epoxy patch or something for that hole, because it's not going to be needed at all. And then it'll just sit up there, and the cable actually runs down through here, goes around the U-bolt shafts, and comes out the bottom here. So it's going to be a pretty clean little setup. So I'm happy with how this is coming out so far. And then got another box. It's this one's quite a bit larger. This is like a 6x6x4 box that I'm going to put an antenna matching system in for a shortwave antenna for the 20-meter band. Just another nice weatherproof box. This one's nice because it doesn't come with any holes default, so I can drill only exactly what I need. So Home Depot was very fruitful today. I find that every time that I go to Home Depot, I end up making 3 trips, and that's exactly what happened this weekend. Bought some shit last night, and then I realized that I needed some more stuff, and then so I went twice last night and once today, and I finally got everything I need to move on with some projects. So, fun times. So, let me see here. We're going to switch down. We're going to switch cameras, and then we're going to shut down slow scan, bring up FL Digi, and then we're going to hop down to the 40-meter band. Half the frequency, twice the wavelength. We're going to see if anybody's down here playing. There's somebody. NA2Q/7. That means that he's actually physically located in the call sign in the 7 call area, which is like Pacific Northwest, I believe. Let's see exactly where he's coming from. Another ASMR peeper crack, because it's that kind of Saturday. Good shit. Craving that pizza, thinking about them slices. Did we get him? Let's see if we got him. Yeah. Barely. He's kind of slow on typing, I can tell. Yeah, you gave me the freaking flatbread idea. I'm gonna go for it. Good Dave. All caps. Ooh, RV portable. Nice. Arizona, right. We got him well enough to make a basic contact here. What are you going to put on a non-pizza? Are you going to go for some wild ingredients, or are you going to go kind of conventional there and just kind of mix it up with the crust? I need some new pizza ideas because I've kind of gotten a rut. Not really a rut, but I make the same 2 pizzas every time right now. Of course, I make 2 at a time because the fake-ass crusts that I use come in pairs. Might help a little bit. There we go. A very nice signal. Oh yeah, the balls of mozz are so good. Yeah, I'm all about that. I could see potatoes on pizza too, Tap. So I am potable. We can drink this, dude. Ooh, ICOM 7100. That's a weird one. Yeah, I bet they do. Oh, okay, he's actually using 7300. Forgot to update his macros. Born in 1942. Oh, I got us taken in 01. That's not too bad. Definitely needed a hobby after he retired type thing. always like to kind of share the RV stories. I'm down with Dave. Dave's chill. See if anybody else is crying about work. No, looks good. I'm sad they haven't dropped off my cable lacing rope. I was gonna do a demo today and tie up some wiring harnesses, but didn't get things ordered quite in time. I don't know. It'll probably show up as soon as I shut down the stream. I know that. I always like it when you can tell that they're actually typing things, like instead of just shitting out macros. Like you can tell, like the kind of intermittent pattern here. It's when he's not typing anything and there's nothing in the buffer. I'm getting most of them. He's kind of fading out a little bit here. Fading out. There he is. Fading back in. Yeah. Oh, I want to take a break after this one and show you all the new gadget that I ordered. Because I'm always buying shit, right? Got some new audio gear. Looking forward to it. Oh yeah, this guy's straight snowbird. Hiding out in Arizona while New York State gets shit on. It's pretty fair play. I'd do it too. It's a long freaking drive though, isn't it? Arizona to New York. I mean, it's fine. It's, you know, if I was retired too, I'd probably just drive around back and forth myself. Yeah, that sounds about right. About 3 days. Nice feller. Yeah, I kind of miss the RV life. But like I was telling people earlier, man, there's no place to park them now. Like, I know, like, everybody on Instagram does the van life hashtag and stuff like that. Things aren't what they were even just like 5 years ago. A lot of the trailer parks, a lot of the RV parks are really shutting down. There's fewer places to stay long term. A lot of them are going 55 plus only, so you have to be old to live there. God, it's gonna be scary when I don't care about that. When I'm just like, well, I'm old, I can show up here. But I thought about getting a little camper or something like that. But I think at this point it's just gonna be a little recreational type thing. I don't know if Miss Nargle and I are ready to go back to the full time RV life, because it's pretty intense, especially when you're in rough weather. Oh yeah, with dogs. Oh, that's a huge challenge. That's tough shit right there. Because yeah, a lot of them ban um, pretty much anything that's not like a toy poodle. And of course, like they're all getting turned, so there's like one of three options. Either they shut down, and they get bulldozed and turned into high density condos, luxury condos, of course, right? Because all condos are luxury now. Nobody's making anything down market, even though all they're making are like concrete boxes with exposed like wiring and stuff like that for that, industrial vibe or whatever. So they do that, or they turn it into a 55 plus retiree only setup. Um, or the mobile home parks, which is this is what happened to us at the last place before we finally ditched the RV and just got a place to rent. Um, is that they stop accepting RVs on their empty lots and they just fill them up with mobile homes, because if you know anything about the mobile home like kind of economy slash market, it's really predatory. Like there's like when you're driving down the interstate and you see like 6 or 7 different supposedly like companies selling mobile homes and stuff like that. Here's a little spoiler for you. They're all owned by the same parent company and they pretend to compete against one each other. Or pretend to compete against one another. And they're all owned by Warren Buffett. He is the biggest stakeholder of mobile home companies in America today. So they all pretend to fight against each other for your business. They lock you down. Yeah. They lock you down with super tough terms. If you're late just a little bit, there have been situations where people have gone out of town for like a long weekend and they're like 2 weeks late on their payment for their trailer, and they come back to exposed water line sticking up on an empty lot, because they came and they took their fucking mobile home back, because it's in the contract. It's like right up here with like rent and roll tires, best buy here pay here cars, all that stuff. It's just terrible and it's shameful, but that is a much better revenue source for a lot of the trailer parks, than like letting RVs stay. Even though, I mean, we were paying like $500 a month for a lot, for like a 20 by 60 square of concrete, with a water and sewer hookup. They were getting us good for it, but they still decided that they wanted to go to 100% mobile homes, because if you bought the mobile home and you're 70 grand deep on it in a mortgage, which is itself like 9% at this point, they don't get nearly as good rates as all the actual home buyers. It costs $15,000 to move one of those things. They very rarely move. I think like less than 10% of all mobile homes are ever moved past the initial install. So basically you're stuck and they hold you over a barrel and they can just keep jacking up the rent for your lot year over year over year, and you can't do anything because if you bought a mobile home, you don't have tens of thousands of dollars to move it around, even if you can find another spot with more favorable rates. I don't know. Let me see. Let me check my settings here and see if maybe low latency mode got turned off or something like that. Check my settings real quick. Dashboard channel and settings. Dashboard channel. Sadly, I've got low latency mode turned on, yeah, there's not much that I can do about it. You can try a refresh on the stream, see if that'll help at all. Some crazy fading going on there, a kind of pulsating type thing. Alright, I'm gonna take a break from digital, see if anybody's just chit-chatting here. Back this off. Is that any better? It showed up on my outbound stream. Wow. Maybe Twitch is having issues, because I definitely have low latency turned on. Normally it sits about 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, dude. Man, I can really hear that solar mass ejection just with the higher noise levels. Yeah, about 2.5, 3 seconds. That's all good. We're super chill. We're not gonna hate on you for it. But yeah, I understand it's a little annoying. I don't know what's going on though. Some dudes working CW. Let's see what they're up to. Sounds like they're pretty fast. Sending really fast. Oh yeah, I was gonna show a thing. And cut the radio for a minute. So I've been watching eBay auctions for these for a little bit. I had an opportunity to buy one for 150. They normally go about 199 or so. I actually slept on it, but I managed to close a deal on one of these. It's the Behringer DEQ 2496. So this is a really interesting box. So it's 2 channels of compression, limiting, and there is a both a 31 band graphic EQ, which they have on there, or a 10 band parametric EQ. So I've been wanting one of these for a while. For the biggest reason, like, yes, I have my nice tube compressor here and stuff like that, and I'm probably going to keep that in line for a little bit of tube sound. But the thing about this is that it has memory presets, like several hundred, and it's a very good sounding, like, it's basically just a DSP engine, and it's loaded up with compression, limiting, noise gate, stuff like that, and it has a bunch of presets, so I can switch between vastly different EQ settings. That's really why I want it, is because it's an EQ with like 400 different presets. And I can tweak the compressor and have different compression settings for, say, stream audio versus talking on the radio audio, because those parameters are a little different, as far as like threshold and ratio and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited that I found one of these last night for 99 bucks. And I basically slapped by it now as fast as I could on it, because it's a really good price. They average about 175 to 200. Like I said, I found a chance to get one for 150 on Craigslist, and I told them to hold off, and I'm glad I did. That was a couple weeks back. So got this coming in. We'll play around with it next week when it shows up. But it's got like digital output and stuff like that, so I can just hook this digital straight to the computer if I want, stuff like that. It also has MIDI, which doesn't make any sounds, but you can load like banks of presets via sysx dump, which is really cool. So yeah, just a nice box on the way, a little bit more control, more flexibility for the desk audio here. So it has a 31 band graphic. It has, or you can use a 10 band parametric with like adjustable width and then gain and then frequency on that. And it also has a feedback destroyer on it. That's a big reason that a lot of sound companies run it, is because it'll just auto notch like any feedback in your like setup in any venue. It also has an RTA mic in, so you can just set up a mic in the middle of your venue and it'll blast out white noise and then do an auto EQ to like make sure everything is flat. So yeah, there's a lot of power in there. Supposedly it sounds really good. And it's just one of those boxes that's been kind of slept on. To go up and like actually get something like a DBX drive rack or something that does all this, you're looking at like $600. So I was really happy to throw 100 at this. So it'll be very nice to play with. There's also like just a straight up Windows client that lets you make presets for it, and then it'll dump them via MIDI into the box, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, fun toys on the way. So anyways, back to digital beat boops. Let's see if anybody's still hanging out on 20 meters. Tweak that tuning a little bit. There we go. Now we're cranking out juice. See if we can grab some people before the sun goes below the horizon and completely shits out on this band. Still doing a little research on why your latency would be so high. I'm trying to figure that out because it's bugging me. Yeah, seems pretty quiet. The FT8 gang is still there, but they're just sending basically confirmations back and forth. There's no interesting chit-chat there.
Let's see, and showing up until not sure. Great, because he's pushing good signal with me. Very good. Very nice signal. Okay, players, we'll let you go because I would like to.
You can tell there's a lot of intense fading.
So thank you so much for that content this morning.
As far as like the meter goes on the radio, actually. Yeah, you can see how it's up to the 5 thing there. That means that it's S5. So one S unit, one S unit is 6 dB of signal. So this guy's fading between basically S0 and S5. So that's about 30 dB of fading every like few seconds.
Germany, Papa Radio calling CQ20. Japan, American 2, Golf Papa Romeo. どちらかに受かりますか？こちらは JI2 Germany Peter Romeo 受信します。どうぞ。Kilo Charlie 9 Papa Sunshine です。Kilo Charlie 9 Papa Sunshine が Go ahead please Charlie. Pressure renewed and the shark come around, so that's about it. So, okay, Danwa, sayonara, arigato, konbanwa, and all that konnichiwa stuff there. Okay,
all that konnichiwa stuff there.
Arigato, dozo, sayonara, bozo. Kochira wa November Papa DXA. Ciao.
Very strange conditions. I'm hearing stations from a lot farther away now and then, but stations that I'm expecting to hear are just not there. Go back down to 40 meters, see if that's warming up a little bit. This should come in better as the evening wears on. But then again, kind of all bets are off because the sun's doing dumb shit right now. Now that real periodic, that like fast, like 2 hertz fading, that's that solar disruption. That doesn't normally happen. There's fireworks going off at like 200 miles above us, basically. I'm mad at my landlord. Maybe it would have been better if I would have started on time, but no. He had to show up and stomp around on my roof. And it ended up being no damage or anything that needed to be looked at anyway, so it was kind of wasted. I was a little annoyed at that, but it's whatevs. One nice thing about the newest radios is that you don't have to hook audio cables in and out up to them. They just have a USB port on the back, and it's basically a USB audio card that is tied straight into the radio circuitry. So you just plug it in and you get another 2-channel in, 2-channel out interface in Windows or Mac or whatever. And makes things a little simpler. That's what he was talking about there. Well, looks like the bad customer hasn't come back. I think they got the idea. Yeah, still pretty tough on 40 meters. Let's go down and let's cut the frequency in half yet again. Go down to the 75 meter band where I have to use my big huge antenna. And hang out at 3580. Do a little bit of tune up here. Monitor off there. That'll work. Cool, that works. Let's see if anybody picks us up down here. Got the big 135-foot wire going on here. Freshly rehung. I had to take this one down in the storm last week because it was flopping around enough that I had concerns that it would basically like one of the ends would break loose, and in theory it could contact a power line, which normally I wouldn't care, except we do have a 22K line behind us. Normally they're like in a setup like this you would just see a 220 line coming in, but they have a big line running about 70 feet from where this antenna is centered, so absolute worst case, it could touch that, and there's no like regular antenna wire insulation that'll sustain 22,000 volts. So I decided to be proactive and take it down, and it kind of sucked because I realized at the last moment that the rope that I was hanging it from wasn't long enough to take it down and still have it over the limb in the tree, so I just had to pull it all down. So I had to get out the slingshot and the spinning reel and rehang it afterwards, but I actually got it in a better location this time, so a little bit better. Looks like no takers so far. A little more juice here. It's about 45 watts, 50 watts, something like that. I'll give it a shot, but I think the shortwave bands may be a wash, and well, gosh, I'd play satellites, but I took the sensor that I built down, so I can't spin the antennas, so I took it down for show and tell, and kind of stuck, so I may call it at the top of the hour. We'll see. We'll see if we have any chit-chatters that want to hop in here. It's a little darker than I expected. I think it's like super cloudy out there. Heck yeah, thanks for hanging out, Migishu. Very nice to have you. Yeah, that pizza's calling me. The call of the pizza. Do one more and then I think we'll wrap it up. There's no takers here. Because if they don't hear me with 50 watts, they're not going to hear me on this mode. Yep. Alrighty. I think that's about it. So, let me go ahead and cut that, and we'll go ahead and wrap up the Saturday sesh of the Mattyzcast. I think I hear a UPS truck coming out there, so I gotta go pick up a package. Thanks for everybody for putting up with my 1 hour delay. Sorry about that. My landlord doesn't like to actually call me before he shows up, so it's all good, but still kind of annoying. So down with landlords in general. So thanks for tuning in for this Saturday sesh of the Mattyzcast. I'm Matty Zed. We will be on again next week, Tuesday. Oh yeah, big announcement. Before we go, I did want to share. Hang on, let me pull the page up. We have a big event going on. It's just in my ham Twitter, so I can just go back to that. In just a second, I'll share my screen. Yeah. So, if you're familiar with HARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, it is an enormous shortwave transmitter up in Alaska. And an artist got the permission to transmit slow scan TV via this. So next week, there's going to be several sessions. I believe one of which is going to be on the Tuesday stream. And she's going to be sending slow scan TV via HARP. And what's interesting is that, so when I'm on slow scan here, it is weather control, absolutely. Also mind control. But on my station here, I have about between 50 and 200 watts. It's called effective radiated power. It's basically you're putting out as much signal as you would with a perfect theoretical no gain antenna sending X power. So I send with about 120 watts. Some of my antennas aren't even 100% efficient. Some of them are like basically about 200% efficient. So I send out between 50 and 200 watts when I'm transmitting slow scan. HARP has an effective radiated power of roughly 5 billion with a B watts. Extremely high gain antennas fed by huge million-watt transmitters. So this is going to be, long story short, this is going to be very, very, very loud. Probably the entire world is going to be able to pick up these photos. And I think that one of the sessions is going to be on our Tuesday stream. So I will post an update on the Twitch homepage, or not the Twitch homepage, but my Twitch channel page with the exact timing of this. But I absolutely intend to tune in to this, and we'll do a little bit of live trying to copy these photos and pull them in from a 5 billion watt transmitter up in Alaska. So I'm really excited about it. HARP is super spooky. Slow scan TV is like my favorite thing. Combine the two, and I got super giddy when I saw this. So make sure to tune in Tuesday. In between now and then, I'll go ahead and post a panel with the exact time that we're going to be doing it. But we will definitely spin up the stream probably just for a little pre-gaming and chit-chat around 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 0100 UTC on Wednesday, or 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday. I look forward to this. It's really exciting, and I'm going to actually be I'm not going to be streaming when they're doing the other transmissions, but I am going to do local recordings, and I'll post those up probably on the YouTube channel or something like that. It'll be a whole bunch of fun. So wanted to give one quick note on that. Make sure not to miss that Tuesday session, because it's going to be really exciting and really fun. We should get some great photos. So until then, everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go ahead and munch on that delicious pizza that I made and relax a little bit. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in a few days here on the Mattyzcast. Bye.
Thank you.